Hello, viewers. I'm SB.
And I'm Amabel.
I started the recording a tiny bit late there, and so I think it did not get included in the recording that the well has been drained.
Yeah, sweetheart,
Yeah.
would it be okay if you showed me the game?
Well, I was gonna listen. I was trying something new. I'm out here pushing the art form forward. It was gonna be like a radio drama for you, but okay, if you want to do things the old-fashioned way, if you want to be staid and boring, I guess we can do it that way.
I
It's
mean,
fine.
to be clear, I love radio drama.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. What? What else? What?
What else? Nothing.
Okay.
I didn't.
I love you very much.
I love you too.
I feel like the playful hostility has been a lot lately, and I feel bad about it. So,
But
I don't think we particularly need the tomb today. Do you want to just grab root cellar?
sure.
I guess maybe the thing to do would be. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe the thing to do would have been to grab the what do you call it? I probably took a screenshot of this before, but I'm doing it again. The shelter, because loss aversion. The thing is, I do not fear the house and its bullshit. But I should. The shelter effect was actually really good for us last time. And I know how you like it when we take it.
Yeah. Now here's the question: are we scooping up all those coins from the fountain, from the well, the fountain well?
It's a well.
I mean, it literally isn't. But
It literally is. The water is down. Amabel?
But the water does not trace to like a underground river.
It absolutely does. You can see the water at the bottom of the beneath the grate. At the bottom of the well when we went down there.
Yeah, there's a grate because it's a.
Because that's where the fucking river is. Amabel? And the answer is no. Those coins belong to God.
There's a lot of coins.
Yeah, we might go take some if we need them. I think a hallway is an okay start. I feel like it's a start we make a lot. I kind of want to go like up the right middle here and then down the left side is my sort of general drafting plan.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that makes sense. It's always a good time for an observatory. It's also a little weird. The way the telescope is always moving when we come in here. That's the scary man.
Yeah.
50% off. Sometimes. In certain places. Bookshop?
Bookshop's one of them, yeah.
Okay. With a source of a large amount of coins and stuff, that could be interesting.
Green room makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's gotta be, right? We gotta find a shovel. Huh. Just random broken lever. The power hammer is in the...
Yep.
Is that true?
We co-checked it, yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
I remember we were talking about not co-checking it and putting something else in. Tell me I can buy that shovel. Yeah. I can buy the shovel and the metal detector. Alright. It's a good start. Strong start.
Do you want to go back and dig?
I kind of want to go forward a little bit more.
Okay.
In particular, I'm thinking I would love to see the thing that we're digging for, right? I would love to see the shop that we're thinking about in the future. Thank you, metal detector. Very helpful. Okay, so that's there now. There's no reason to go down at the moment, right? There's not a resource down there. I don't remember. Yeah. Okay, key. We need gems again, as ever. all of them? I think so. We do not have a key card. Okay. Den and chapel are the things here, and I do want to have at least one gem.
Yeah. Whoa!
What?
You took the den.
Yeah. Yeah, I sure did. These gears are not actually two things. These are decorative cardboard gears.
Yeah.
That's weird, right? Okay, now we have a courtyard we can actually courtyard.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Oh, I thought that was a dirt pile. You know, we said there'd be more. Okay, well, this is not ideal. Okay, don't hate a turnip. Would love to find like a security key card in one of these. So theoretically, if we can find the code check room, we might be able to avoid having to spend keys on chests.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we have to take the reading nook. We're out of gems. Man, we gotta go get some gems.
Yeah.
Do we want to head back? I'm worried about going off of the library with no gems. You know?
I mean, you can open the library and then not build off of it until.
Well, but that's just adding. That's just adding steps back. Why don't we just not go Why not go back now?
Okay. Because there was a key in the.
Yeah, but it'll be there when we get there.
Okay.
The whole
have one key.
The whole plan here is to what do you call it? I'm gonna buy the sleeping mask, I think.
All right.
So it does give a lot of extra steps. I think the salt shaker's kind of bad.
Yeah, that's what we've kind of decided.
The thing is, we're planning on spending time in the southern part of the house, right? So my figuring is that the key's not going to matter so much.
That makes sense.
But you know, I might be a fool. It's possible. Well, hammer in a spot where it's not a bad idea to put a dead end.
Yeah.
I think we better. I think we had best. All right, a lot going on these runs.
Yeah, I'm certainly enjoying the late game, as it were, better than the.
So we've never seen the
we
tunnel
haven't
before.
seen the tunnel yet. Yeah, why don't we tunnel?
Yeah. Boy, the shovel is not doing good work for us. If we found a workshop, we could combine it with we could make the detector shovel, which is just better, right? At least the text suggests that it's just an improvement. Wow, that's a lot of turnips. So we can continue tunneling. It's a weird spot for a dining room.
Do you want to tunnel some more?
I kind of do.
Yeah? Okay. Let's get our dig dug on. Our digger T-Rock, if you will.
It's a classic that many members of the audience are probably unfamiliar with.
Well, then they should be watching our streams every Sunday, where we play a variety of games and interact with our chat.
Okay.
If you're always like, what?
No, go on.
If you're always like, I wish SB would interact with the chat or read comments. Well, she's not going to do that, but she will during the stream.
Break room's interesting. You think break room?
Yeah. And on one of those streams, she did play I played Digger T-Rock. Right. Which actually is pretty good. It's a pretty good NES game that not many people know about.
The first game published under the first game developed and released under the Rare.
Name Rare.
Yeah, Rare.
Yeah.
It's obviously a big deal these days.
And the animation quality, like the pixel art, the animation, like they put so much more into that than they needed to.
Yeah, it's really something. Red is multiply. I'm getting all yeah. Red's multiply, right?
I think so.
Okay. So -1 squared. They're getting clever. Okay, we got the secret garden, which means we have a way into the antechamber, or rather, 2 ways into the antechamber, right?
Right.
The secret garden will let us open both left and right, so that's interesting. Unfortunately, it didn't give us any normal keys, and it might have been nice to have some normal keys. Okay, drawing room facing kind of awkward here. Would really like to be able to do that. I think we gotta take the parlor because we need the gems so bad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And apparently there's also something else. Does the metal detector... No, it does not detect the wind-up key. Aha! A normal key just laying on the ground. Fantastic. The black box is true. The gems are in the true box. The blue box is true. Okay, well... if this is true, then obviously that's false. That could be true. I mean, that's...
I mean, the blue and the black box are either both true or both false, right?
Wait, what? The blue and the black box cannot both be true. Oh no, sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm doing a thing in my head that is considering the next stage meanings. Yeah, you're right. They're either both true or both false.
If they're both true, then this box is false and the gems are in this box.
Right, yeah. And if they're both false, then this one has to be true by the rules of the puzzle, and the gems are in this box.
Yes, it works both ways. Tricky.
Yeah, I was concatenating ideas there. Conference room's not bad.
Yeah.
The way it lays out here, this seems okay. Okay, metal detector is coming through for sure. I was really hoping for a room that would face both ways. You know, like a T.
Yeah. Patio.
I mean, Patio's going to put a bunch of gems on the conference table behind us.
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
That's going to help us. Yeah. Maybe we could take the trophy room for once. Is there anything in the... Oh, all right. You're getting the gems from the... Right. You're smart.
Thank you. Okay, so that was 4 gems. 1, 2, 3. So I don't know. Maybe the take is limited by the number of rooms that are already present. You know, I'm a little uncertain of the function of the conference room, the exact rules of the function of the conference room still. Okay, not a lot of dig spots. And not a lot of value in them. This is not where I want my corridor.
Do you want to take the guest bedroom?
I think I want to just take the guest bedroom. Well, we have so many steps. But a guaranteed unlocked door is awfully nice. In the northern reaches of the house.
Right.
The thing is, if we take the corridor, there's at least some chance that we draw her ladyship's bedroom on the other side of it.
True.
If we take the guest bedroom here, there's no way to access this room from that side, is all I'm thinking.
Right.
Am I being too hopeful? Yeah, let's just take the guest bedroom. We're not gonna. The thing's not. It's so not likely to happen. We really shouldn't like contort the run around it. And with our sleep mask, this is like a huge number of steps. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Okay. Drawing room lets us through and potentially draws us something weird. But we don't know, like...
Yeah.
We don't know, like, what we would want, and it's... the kind of room that drawing it later is a little bit more exciting. We could take the closet here just to cut a dead end.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best thing to do here.
And we know the closet, yes, can have the key card in it. Jeb key card is, like, actually very acceptable. That's a very okay closet right there. Okay. Let's head back, and we may as well kill the corner while we're...
I was gonna ask, yeah.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Ooh. You know, Rumpus Room.
Rumpus Room's not bad.
Rumpus Room has a bishop in it, right?
Yes.
So there's that. It doesn't let us get our lab experiment on, but like just the large amount of money.
Yeah.
Like if we could pull the bookshop today, it would be huge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the Rumpus Room. Plus, then we get to slack and let Hank Azaria do our job for us for a while. Not gonna lie, I was hoping it was gonna be a key, but I'm not too upset about our luck so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's been okay.
As it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
Too bad. Thanks for the coin, idiot.
Faintly in the mist, I see a figure. A statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone. You will find yourself one day wandering these paths, walking in the footsteps of the past, wandering and waiting, searching for a shadow that will never be cast, longing for the day to end, the hours to pass. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Man, that sounds an awful lot like another puzzle that is dependent on a particular time on the clock approaching. They're trying real hard to get you excited about the idea of going into a room and sitting on your fucking hands for 30 minutes.
Blueprints.
Seems like a fine time for a storeroom.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, metal detector. I know. But can it detect dare? Or perhaps it dares
What
not.
a dare bird.
Perhaps it dares not. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, we're in real good shape as far as book buying goes if we can make the bookshop.
Yeah.
Also, we have a key card, but we also annihilated one of the key card doors. We still have this. I'm going to break this open right now. Hell yes. Good sledgehammer. Look at that. Look at me noticing stuff on the ground on my own.
Good job.
Amabel, I'm operating at maximum sharpness. Well, we gotta try the library, right? Because
We gotta try. Yeah, we gotta try.
Gosh, I sure hope we don't get a dead end off of this single door room. Okay, still nothing new here. Bummer. Well, so the Chamber of Mirrors, if I remember correctly, the Chamber of Mirrors, you can draw second copies of rooms you already have in your house, giving us the opportunity to draw another library.
Yeah.
But also the Chamber of Mirrors, it doesn't actually, like, when we walk in there, it will be functionally a dead end, right? It's a 4-door room, but you can only get in.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's in a position where it's not impossible. We could actually access it from all the sides, depending on pulling something valuable
What
from the
else we
courtyard.
draft? Yeah.
Or we could take the dove coat, which only gives us one extra door. It's not like it's getting us a ton of value. The laundry room is not nothing, but I think I think I want to do the Chamber of Mirrors here.
Okay.
Is it responding to something in another part of the room? Yeah, it is. Okay, so if we can get it... Actually, we just have to get it in from over there, just directly across, it looks like, to hit the middle button. So, that would be neat if we could pull it off. Let's hope that the courtyard is kind. We have lots of gems, so we can afford to draft weird stuff. I mean... Secret passage to a green room, maybe?
Yeah.
There's a fair number of green rooms that have some good stuff going on. We also did, let's not forget, have the secret garden key,
Right.
and the secret garden key
Yeah.
is good as well.
Yeah. Let's do secret passage.
Okay. It is a shame that conference room is so far away at this point because all of my extra fruit will go there. All right. So do we want to take gold, actually? We don't usually do... I'd be leery of... Well, we still get a draft. We still get a choice. We don't have to pick a dead end. Because we could get, like, the showroom or something, right?
Yeah. Why don't we do that? Why don't we try
take,
that?
Let's take gold for a change of pace.
Yeah, we got to splash around it here, you know?
I'll use a normal key here. Okay. The gift shop is not half price, right? And the only thing that we would want in there is 100 something money.
But it does give us all those exits.
Yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is, I think we got hosed a little bit here by this choice. We got some bad.
Yeah.
We did not get the showroom, which is what I was hoping for. I mean, I don't hate the kitchen.
You rather do the kitchen?
I would rather do the kitchen.
Okay, do the kitchen then.
They're both one exit. Kitchen eats a gem, which is unfortunate, but
Well, I mean the gift shop was 2 exits.
yeah,
Okay.
I know. Who you telling?
Well, you said they're both 1 exit.
Commissary, kitchen, locksmith, bookshop. So unfortunately, the showroom is not among the sales. Courtyard is not ideal. Passageway is acceptable.
Yeah.
Burning those gems. Really, really going through them fast. So, we've drafted the foyer before, right? We've been in the foyer.
Yeah.
I don't remember at
Yeah.
all.
And it does unlock all the Great Hall doors.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. It also potentially unlocks that door right there, right? Like that might have been a locked door.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't remember this at all. I'm gonna continue this way for
I'm
the
not sure
moment.
if we ever grabbed it.
Amabel Holland, you just said to me.
Well, I know what it does because we read about it in a book.
I said, have we ever taken this? And you said yes.
I misheard you.
Okay. So I'm inclined to take the security room here,
No, that makes sense.
but we are burning gems.
Yeah.
Gems are very good. Where is the... Is it on the floor over here? I don't see what I'm pinging. Do you?
I don't. I'm looking.
Like right on
They
top
might be
of
in
it.
the next room.
Oh, right. Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. So. We were talking. Let me do some stuff here real quick. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
keycard system. Keycard system settings, security level, fuck me up. Then network us over to the lab terminal and start an experiment, you think?
Yeah.
I was going through the notes. I was looking through the screenshots and stuff because I am working on something. I'm doing a little something. And I came across a picture that I took of a note in that pipe that we took the rowboat into when the water level was lowered in the reservoir that shows what appears to be a set of a whole bunch of TVs, and one of them has the letter A on it, and it says there's a note to the side of that says delete it. And this is definitely the set of monitors that we're looking at here. Okay, so immediately set your dice to 2. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, set your dice to 2. What do you think?
Yeah, both.
In
think both
theory,
those are
there should
good.
be quite a few doors.
Yeah,
Now.
I think do the security door and set your dice to 2.
Yeah. There's certainly some value in immediately, but I think this is right. Yeah, so it shows 3 big monitors, then 4 little ones, then 2 of those size and 2 even littler ones, and that one right there is the one with the A on it. Now, what does it mean by delete it? So right now it's showing us the archive, right?
That's what the A is for.
That's the filing cabinet that we opened with the key last time. The focus seems to be on the ladder in the corner. But yeah, why does it say delete it? To be clear, I can't interact with this at all. And the actual security computer doesn't, we have very few options. Don't know what to make of it, but I do know that I've connected a clue now.
Okay.
Delete it.
Good job.
Amabel,
What?
can you be helpful instead of glib?
I wasn't being glib. I was.
Okay, well, can you be helpful in addition to what you're also otherwise being? Oh, wait, that opened
Yeah,
a
I
different panel than I thought it was going to. That's interesting. We can get in there.
Okay, you want to do that?
Not right this... I don't think it's necessary to do it right this second. But it is interesting. Our only special key is the secret guard. Ooh. Well, I'll be honest with you. I would be actually very happy to take the passageway here, but I don't hate the parlor.
Yeah. And we can't take the passageway, so.
That's why I'm...
Yeah.
That's why I'm not taking it.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
The gems are in this box. This statement is of no help at all. The gems are in the blue box. Okay. This is true, right?
Okay.
Because what would it being false mean?
You mean the other 2 boxes are true?
Well, no, but like Amabel, the statement.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Okay.
But
so these 2 boxes, this is false, which means these 2 boxes could be true. Right? That works.
yeah. Yeah.
But hold on though. Hold on. If this is false and the other 2 statements are true, hasn't this been helpful?
It has. That's the problem.
I think that's I don't think that's a clearly, the statement itself is not the thing that's helpful. It's a quality of the statement. I think you could ask a lot of different, I think you could ask like 100 people this question and get, 40, 60. Like, I don't think this is a clear, fair use of logic.
All right.
But let's say that would make this not work. What is the case then? The only way for this to be true is if it's one of 2 true statements, right? Because if it was the only true statement, then the same thing would be the case. So it would either have to be one of 2 true statements, or if it was one of 2 false statements, then this would evaluate true, right? So that doesn't work. If this were one of 2 true statements, then the puzzle breaks. So, right? If this and one of the others has to be true, the puzzle's not functional. So it must actually be. Amabel, I think
Well,
this
must
puzzle's
be
wrong.
false. I think I think this puzzle is like a
I
is
think
like
they.
more like
I think they tried to
a
get.
riddle or
I
paradox.
think they tried to get cute with it and made their puzzle not work.
I think they're in the blue box.
I think you're right, but I don't like it. Here's the thing: the blue and the black box evaluate the same way, right? They're either both true or both false.
Right.
And if they're both false, then we don't have an answer as to which box the gems are in.
Right.
That version of the puzzle doesn't evaluate to an answer. So I think you're right.
Which would make that white box true.
Yeah,
It would be of no help.
I think this is wrong. This statement was of help. This statement being different from the others made it help. I think they were wrong about that. They fucked up and we're paying the price.
Okay.
Courtyard's the only one that. Oh no, I'm reading the. Oh, you fucker. You fucking dick. We need a fucking key card. We need a key card door. All right. Well, there's one in here. Hey, cool car keys. How about let's leave. I'm done with this manor, with this villa. Like Dr. Manhattan.
I can't imagine you ever living in a house this big.
I would live in a very small subset of the house. Wait,
Dark room can get us to the other.
No.
Where's our die?
Yeah, that's a great question. I thought we were supposed to get a die for this, which would make it. Are we not allowed to re-roll this? Amabel? I'm fucking furious.
Yeah, no, me too.
All right, well, have we been in the clock tower?
I don't think so.
All right.
Oh, hey, we experiment successful.
You get the die afterward. Look at the doorway to the room. It's here. If you were trying to tell me I can't power hammer through this window. All right, what's the deal with this room? It displays the time.
Okay, now just hop on that and wait for 17 hours.
You know what's weird?
What?
I'm allowed full camera control on this staircase.
That is weird.
Why does the other staircase work like that if it's not even... Ugh. All right. Rook.
Rook? Okay.
Battery pack. A piece of a realm sigil? Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. Forth.
And you see the acrostic.
I do now. I did not initially. But yeah, you see the fourth.
Yeah.
That's strange. And then it's got one of the symbols from one of the realm flags on it, which I assume completes the sigil. These don't match. They're going to pretty soon though. Right? The engraving in the floor was in this pattern.
Okay.
Well, should we just sit here?
And that's, yeah, sure.
It's only going to be a few minutes.
People love to put clock puzzles in games, let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure do.
I was so mad about that puzzle in Fez with the clock. Because it would not have occurred to me to try to find a way to change my computer's clock. That seemed like deep magic to me when you did that.
You know what's weird?
What?
We're going to be at 1:30 here in a second, but the hour hand is not at all going to be in the right spot.
That is weird.
Right, the hour hand on the clocks that are actually moving is not moving correctly. Well, I'm curious if something's going to happen. Nope, nothing happened. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's funny how they didn't bother to render the movement of the clocks correctly, but they know how clocks are supposed to work enough that when they rendered the static clock, they did put its hands in the right position.
Yeah, at least they didn't have us waiting too long. I don't know if that's by design or if that was just lucky RNG.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. We might have gotten quite lucky. Well, let's see what we won. It's an oubliette to die in. Hooray! Okay. Well, now this is interesting. These are, in fact, all set to 1:30. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. Well, I mean, listen, if wishes were horses, we'd all be eating steak, buddy. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. This clock should not be set on the hour. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. And the clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. This one's true. Red notes are true when they're handwritten.
I forgot that. Okay.
Okay. So, ascending order is very frustrating that this says ascending order and doesn't define the direction of ascension. Is this clock the first one or the last one? We'll assume that it's the last one, but it should fucking say on it. Okay, so we can set them all to different times. 5 of them are on the hour?
Yes.
And none of them can contain 1, 2, 3, or 4 at all. So that means that the on the hours are 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And one of those is going to be there's a one with a red note that says it should not be on the hour. That has to be on the hour.
Yes, the one that is currently visible.
Okay.
So are you the dead center? No. There are 8 clocks. You are clock 5. Okay.
And the note
They gotta be
next to that
ascending.
one.
This?
Yeah.
A time containing a 7 doesn't really tell us very much. Right, we can put the mini hand on 7.
Right. But one of those have to be, but the one to its right has to be set to it on the hour.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever. That's
So
that's not huge. That's that's such a fiddly tiny detail that we don't want to start there.
Sweetheart,
Yeah.
hear me out.
Okay.
The one right to the right, so this clock's neighbor, there's 2 clocks next to it,
Yeah.
both contain a 7, and one of those has to be on the hour.
Yeah.
That has to be 7 o'clock
Yeah.
to be on the hour. Okay.
But it's not like, okay. We can do that. We can put that in first. But that's sort of red, right? Like hold to adjust.
Yeah,
hold
but
to it. Oh, okay. Well, that would be why I was holding G. All right. Like the figuring is the tricky part. This is where I like to start.
Okay,
but it's fine. All right.
Sorry.
So we need a 5 and a 6. We need an 8 and a 9. It's okay. We just have different ways of approaching problems. So same 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order. So one of these 3, 2 of them are on the hour. There's an 8 o'clock and a 9 o'clock, right?
Okay.
But we can't really do anything with that yet. This clock, this clock's not going to be on the hour, obviously.
Right, and it's going to be 50. The times will be 56, 57, 58, or 59 for the minute hand on that clock.
Are we perfectly? Hold on, I'm not sure. Did I? That's dead center. Okay. Yeah. Well, wait.
It's the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I misread that. Never mind.
So we have those 2. Like, so the 2 of these are the other face clocks. You're not a face clock. You want to be set to a time that contains at least 2 of the same number. Okay, so time containing a 7. Could these be the other face clocks? 5, 6. I mean, it's obvious. It's easy for this one to be a face clock because you get the 00, or an hour clock rather, because you get the 00. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Oh no, sorry. It has to have a 7 in it, right? This can't be. So this needs to be like 5:57 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So then this is 6 o'clock.
That could work.
Because it can't be. It has to have at least one 7. The 7 can't be doubled, given its position.
Right.
And we can't double a 6 either.
Right.
Because it would have to be what?
Right. No, you're right.
Because it has to contain a 7 as well.
Right.
So this has to be the 6 o'clock. I'm just looking at the face of the clock to do the thing. I'm not even looking at the time adjustment in the lower left corner. So is there a time here that is valid other than 5:57? Is this the only option?
I think that's the only one.
Okay. And then that means this has to be 5, because otherwise this clock would have a 4 on it.
Right.
All right, and you need to be. So we still haven't set this clock, which has to be the same 3 numbers of another clock in reverse order. And we have this clock, which is somewhere between 5 o'clock and 5:57. So obviously this clock can't be. 7:55, given its position, because it's after 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So the first number on this clock is going to be a 9, which means it has to be the reverse of this clock.
Is it gonna be a 9 or is it gonna be an 8? Because
Sorry, no, you're right. You're right. It's an 8. And none of the clocks currently end with 8. So this clock has to end with 8.
8:56 and 6. No.
Well, yeah. So 5:48 and 8:45 work.
Can't have a 4.
Can't have a 4. Can't have a 4. 0, then 8:05 and 8:05 and 5:08.
Okay.
I think is the only thing that works.
Hey, that didn't take us long at all.
No, it was good teamwork. You catch things that I am doing wrong a lot faster than I do. Okay, a sanctum key, sure. That's handy. So we got to make sure we do this, but we use that before the end of the run because the sanctum keys are not infinite, but the doors remain unlocked.
We could take the foundation.
Yeah, it's not a problem. We have a million steps.
Yeah.
But it's just we got to make sure.
Yeah. Well, if we wanted to do that sooner rather than later,
Why?
I don't know. Just so I approach things differently than you do. I guess.
True.
Okay. I mean,
no, this is not good because we can't draw a room off of the library. The library will be facing a wall.
Right. Do you want to redraw?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it doesn't hurt to take the chapel here, really. Right? Like,
especially because we have
a very large amount of money. We got one of those chapel gems and also one of those chapel tin cans. And also the coin that we just put in. I insist that it is the same coin. Okay, so we do still have the secret garden key. And we probably want to use it somewhere along this wall. But
you want to try it here?
No, this is a south facing door. I kind of just want to see if we can make the thing right, like.
You want to take a corridor then?
Yeah, we could roll again with the corridor. Trying to keep all of the things that we are trying to keep on the table actually on the table, right? I'm walking away from it. There it is. Fuck you. Well, we could potentially pull the office in a later position. This is the last time we'll be able to pull Her Ladyship's chamber, I believe.
Right.
And stepping into it gives us some steps because we have the mask. Okay, nothing else going on here, really. Okay. It is possible, still possible, that we could pull the office. It's possible that we could get into the antechamber. It's possible that we could... The boiler room, pump room thing is...
That's dead.
It's pretty off the table at this point. But the chess puzzle is potentially live if we can find the office. So I don't want a secret garden here. I want to open at least one more door.
Okay.
And we have 2 dice to make sure it's something that we can get through on. The gift shop's not good, but it's a through. And I hesitate to redraw.
Right.
Anything unusual in here? Nope. Okay. So the secret garden, it's the greenhouse that we beat the back wall out of, right? The secret garden, does the secret garden have a... I haven't looked at the room directory in a little bit. Green rooms. Okay, the secret garden does have a back wall. So if we put down the secret garden, we will get what we need here. Hooray! Gosh, do we ever have steps? Also, we're really not seeing as many keycard doors as I was thinking we were going to, given that we turned it up to expect to see 5 or 6 total security doors, even accounting for the fact that we've seen 2 already. Right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, extremely welcome. Is that all of them? That does appear to be all of them. Okay, and then we want to face them both toward the all 3 of them toward the thing is the other one, right?
Right. I believe so.
Okay. So I do want to clarify something about this game. I feel like I've been I've said a lot of negative things, and I don't take any of that back. I don't not believe the things I said, but I do want to like sort of clarify something a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to take the vault, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Weird. I do like the game. I still, as much as I'm annoyed by the presentational elements and some of the core game design choices, which I recognize sounds like a big problem to say you have. You're killing me. We got to take it, right?
Yes.
We
Yes,
we can get into the foyer. We're good. We're good. So now we have all the pieces represented. You're pretty sure? We definitely have.
Yeah,
we have
Bishop.
Nook Rook. We have Chapel
Knight,
Bishop.
We have Rook.
We definitely we have
Queen. We have
Observatory Knight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like the game a lot overall, and I think that a lot might be strong. I like the game some overall, and I think that like part of the problem is just like I'm confronted a lot by the parts that I don't like, and that causes us to actively talk about them a lot. There's just dice sitting on the desk here.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, like
But I don't want it to. I don't want it to be like. I don't want it to seem like that's the whole of my opinion about the game. The mystery that we're now sort of getting onto, I think is actually very compelling, and I think that one of the biggest failings of the game, honestly, is how slow it is to let you in on. The fact that there's some kind of like family history stuff, like this unraveling the story is exciting to me. I'm interested in that stuff, and I am like enjoying the game overall. But I am going to probably continue to say more negative things than positive things because the negative things call themselves to attention.
Yeah,
All right,
I
we
had some
still don't have a
people-
sense on this, do we?
No. I had some people yelling at me on Blue Sky about it when I was talking about some of my opinions of the game, and like, I I can have issues with the game and still recognize that they did it on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and still, you know, be enjoying the, like, you and I have been recording. We are so far ahead. We are so seldom ahead on our episodes,
Yeah. As we're
and
recording
like,
this episode, which I don't know the number of off the top of my head, the last episode that actually went live on the channel was 5.
yeah, this is episode 18,
Okay.
I believe. Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at the. So we can only access the emails from here, right?
Yeah.
And so far, the safes that we've gotten. Well, I guess that's not even true. I was gonna say that it's been like a thing in the room, but that's not how we got the orchard. I don't know. I'm just gonna look for like any date in the. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass the message on through me. This confounded electronic typewriter. The fuse box repair was useful. Wait, indicators only after everything's purple. So I don't know. These don't seem like super critical
No.
dates. I'm just going to try a couple of things.
All right. Do we know what day he died on? We had that written down.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, yes, it's somewhere, but I don't know it. It must be somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I see you looking at your notebook. Do you have...
I wrote down some dates. I didn't write down what they were, though.
Okay, fascinating.
That's good. Good job.
Is it a group of 6 dates that you've written down?
It's a group of 8 that, well, 9 day. Like,
Okay.
I did not.
I was just wondering if it was like the things from the book in the book in the archive, maybe, or something.
I wrote. Yeah, you know, it might have been from the archive.
But that was a group
Yeah,
of
I
6 dates.
Okay. Well, I wrote down November 5th for whatever reason. November 7th, the day we started. I don't know what
Yeah.
day he.
All right, that's not it either.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out eventually. We may as well open this. Well, actually, we have limited resources. We may as well open this if it doesn't cost keys. Probably leave it then.
Okay.
Cross to the foyer.
Cross to the foyer. Yeah.
All right. And then we have... Oh, is this door locked? It is, okay. I don't think we had actually tried it. Okay, so go into the chapel and turn. It's really kind of a weird mixed blessing. Oh. It's weird. It's probably just detecting that.
Yeah.
There is a button in there, actually. That's interesting.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll play with it. Okay, so we wanted to, first of all, Go into the foyer for what I am sure is the first time. Lord William Epson. No eyes on these busts, huh? Oh, no, they're closed. But they're like very recessed and closed. Baron Thomas Sinclair. Major Nicholas Key the Fourth. I don't think that's a name we've seen before. Ariana? Baron Edwin Sinclair. And, of course, Count Isaac Gates. Who else could it be? Not a lot of value here, necessarily. Now, we know this door can't be locked. The aquarium gets us the connection.
Okay.
Good fish.
Dirt.
Now, it is possible that attempting to enter room 46 will end the run, as
Yeah,
it did
don't-
before.
Yeah, don't enter room 40. Well, door's not open for 46 anyway.
Oh, right, we didn't pull the thing. But it's
Yeah.
not a long trip to do so.
But no, I definitely think get the basement key. And
Yeah.
let's do the other things, and then.
Thank you. All right. So, other critical stuff. I'm going to
You wanna
go
check out the.
to the mirror room.
Yeah.
We have a ton of money. There's absolutely no reason not to buy this stuff. 3 steps for 1 coin. It's crazy. We can buy as many bananas as we want, in fact. I think this is probably enough. That's my guess. Okay, so I want to go Nook Library. All right. Okay, that's a shame. We can't access that. I'm assuming that the puzzle of traversing this thing requires access to all 4 of the doors. But
that
it
makes
is interesting that the opposite, you only need to get in the opposites to hit the middle one. But the middle one's probably just not as important as intuitively I would expect it to be. Okay. And then to the foundation.
The foundation.
Still not a dirt pile. So it's a different lamp, but it's the same bottle. Okay. I wonder if we had taken the vault money and scooped up all the coins from the well, I wonder if it would be enough money in total to buy the 110 coin Swimbird plushie.
Well, it might be, yeah.
Okay. So go plug a key into the sanctum thing, pull the sanctum lever. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be like pretty annoyed if there's anything at all of interest in room 46. Right?
Yeah.
Because if there was, then why the fuck didn't they show it to us or let us interact with it the first time we got there? Like, you have to make it to this room, and the first time you do it, it doesn't count is a fucking horrible design. All right, it's just another thing, right? Like we're gonna have to open up the doors and set all 8 of them, and once we've set all 8 of them, something's going to happen. And there might be intermediary rewards for setting individual ones, I guess. We can try to, if you want, we can reproduce something. We can reproduce the one we have in total, the one from the archive.
Well, so there's a symbol on the.
Oh.
On the plate, there's
Oh.
so they're telling us which symbols go with which ones.
Okay, that's a good point. So this one is not that symbol.
The other one, the second one was a pentagon.
Okay, this is the right symbol for the birth certificate then. So it's
For certificate, we had the.
boy, the resolution on this person's drawing.
It's the mountain ones. It's the parallel lines in the next.
Wait, no, we're changing. This is hold on. What does this change?
So that should be the mountain one,
Well, these both.
right?
It's
Huh.
the bits move more than one thing sometimes.
Okay.
So we need to change the spokes.
Okay, so we have.
There needs to be 4 spokes, but not like that. There we go. 4 spokes.
Okay, we need the 4 spokes.
In those
We need
positions. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, and then we can wheel this outer part individually for that,
The wavy line, yeah.
and the inner part individually until we get the mountains back. No?
I mean, that does seem to be the.
Oh well, there are lines around the ends of the spokes.
Okay, yeah.
Is that a thing that we can make happen? It doesn't seem like that's something we have access to, but yeah, there's nothing like we can change the number of spokes. We're not getting decoration around them.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh.
Why did that happen? Okay, if I press the top of this thing. Okay. There are different spokes.
Right, these are the weather things.
So wait, where are I get boy, it doesn't look like that. Hold on a second. When you say the weather things, you have written down what they looked like?
So the thing with the 3 lines that there wasn't in the thing we got at all, but there's heat, rain, storm, cold, and windy lines.
So what I've
That's
got from the picture on the
That's
birth
storm.
certificate is
Cold,
straight lines for the most part, with
windy.
some lines up at the top like this, but they're
Yeah.
but the way it's drawn, it's long, then shorter.
Yeah, and this is the reverse of that. Yeah.
But maybe it's just like it's not a good drawing. The quality of the drawing is I'm imagining extremely very like crummy, so oh Oh shit, that's the wrong. The different wheels are not. Sometimes I think I'm clicking on a different part that I'm clicking on. Sorry, this one needs to be as it was. There we go. This needs to be showing us mountains. This is an annoying process.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the mountains. And then we need this. Okay. I was going to say that's as close as we can get it with this machinery. If that doesn't do it, I don't know what's going to. Okay, interesting. Just take a quick picture there. The Royal Museum of the Grand City of Fen. I'm actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. I suppose I should put forth the extra effort and drop it in the mail for consistency, but I'm tempted to save the postmaster a trip, as it will just wind up here once again to join the other 7, which I am pleased to report were all waiting for me on my desk, safe as can be. Flipping through them has reminded me of the many friends I made and lessons learned along the way, and as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. P.S. Remind Anne to replace the books I lost. Okay. So what's on this table across the way here? It's a puzzle box. A Morajai box, apparently. The Fen Ares variation. At the end of the War of the Fifth Era, after the Grand Realm of Fen Ares was established, Morajai boxes of the realm were graced with red tiles in honor of General Teskin's victory. When these tiles are pressed, all black tiles on the box turn red in triumphant victory, while all white tiles on the box turn black, serving as the outclassed and struggling reinforcements of the dwindling Desolate's army. Okay. So red tiles turn the black tiles red and the white tiles black. But also there's other tiles. And of course, we want... Okay, that doesn't do anything. So how do we turn... That's interesting. So there's white tiles and there's gray tiles, and they are not the same. So when we click on the black tile, it chases the red tile. Huh. So wait, I need... I'm not 100% clear on the movement rules here. So the green tiles swap across the middle. Yeah. An orange tile can become red. Okay. And then we use this. Move the black tile. Okay. Swap you. Then I need to get these tiles out of the corner. Oh, shoot. I didn't. Okay, so here's what I got so far. Amabel sitting me watch in dead silence.
I really am having trouble following how this works.
Well, I'm trying to explain it. So we do this, we get what it says. Click on the red thing. Black stone turns red, white stone turns black. When we have a black stone and a red stone in the same row. Clicking the black stone moves it away from the red, and it cycles the whole row around, right? Like it was on a belt. The black is retreating from the red is chasing it. When we click on the green ones swap across the middle with whatever they're currently touching. And the black piece will continue to run even without a red one to run from. So then figure out here, swap this. It looks like the oranges will turn red when you click on them if they're adjacent to at least 2 reds.
Okay.
Which is kind of handy. Because what we want is for all the corners to turn red, right? We want 5 red pentagons. And the corners turn red if you click on them when there's a thing, a red tile next to them. The problem I'm having now is I don't know how to get these 2 tiles out to the corners. When we click a red tile, it's going to turn this one red. And at that point, we'll have 4 non-centered red tiles. It's just a matter of figuring out how to get them into the right positions. And I really don't know the answer because I don't know how to get these to move. I'm wondering if the answer is that there's some way to get the oranges to move prior to color swapping them. Let me reset it. Okay, clicking on a white makes it gray, and that's definitely bad. Okay, clicking on an orange in that position makes it gray. So the orange will just... That's interesting. The orange, it's not that it becomes red, it's that it inherits whatever it's got 2 of next to it, right?
Okay.
So, like, if I do this, we can make it green.
Okay.
I don't think that helps, but it's a thing we can do.
Okay.
The problem is we need the oranges to become red, or we need to figure out a way to move this.
So we can make the white into black?
Yeah. If we click on a red, the blacks will become red and the whites will become black. These grays do not change.
Because if you could get 2 whites or 2 blacks
sure.
around the orange, then... But I don't see a way to do that because...
Yeah, I don't
click on the
either.
red to turn the...
There must be some interaction. Oh.
Okay, so what just happened there?
I'm not sure. But that'll make this white. It's like when the and we gotta get an understanding of what happened there. So the white is able to split into 2 gray spaces.
Okay.
Pardon me. Maybe?
Okay.
So then we can turn this white. And then we can turn this white. And then clicking on these... Oh, that didn't... Shit, that was not what I expected. Yeah, clicking on that allows it to spread to the corners. And Now if I click on this, and then there we go. There we go. Easy. 2 points of allowance. I'm a good boy and I'm doing my politics chores. Simon gets more insufferable by the episode.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I've known some people named Simon, and some of them are
Oh,
good
this is going to
friends.
turn into a
But
thing. Yeah, you know, you have a
they've
general
always been
program for
insufferable.
people named Simon.
I mean, I'm friends with some of them, but they've always been insufferable.
Okay.
Just the name Simon is inherently smug.
Oh my God, Amabel. I took a picture of the note in the clock tower, but I didn't take a picture of the piece of the sigil in the clock tower, and that's the symbol on the note.
Well,
turns out I'm a big dummy. Do we pull this? We pulled it. Okay.
yeah.
It's fine. We'll take a picture of it. We don't have to open it today or anything. We'll take a picture of it. The Sanctum thing will be open forever, so. I don't actually even need to go take a picture of it because we'll have the video footage. It's just that obviously
Right.
I can't thumb through the video footage while we're in the video. That's some Spaceballs level technology that has not been made available to me yet.
God, Spaceballs is a movie.
Yeah, that's true. Truer words never spoken.
Exists.
Hold on a second. If we go out this way now, because unlocking that one basement door kept it permanently unlocked, right? We can just use that without the key.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're not sure if it unlocked it or if it. I think
No,
it did.
we seem pretty sure. There's a basement door down here, right?
And
the
fountain.
the well. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna be honest with you. My memories of what exactly is down that other elevator are like pretty foggy. My brain was not in a good place when we were doing that.
It's like the cliff face mine thing. That
Yeah,
had
and it's where the
telling
chess
us
puzzle
about
is.
Yeah,
Look at all this natural water that's down there. It's crazy.
it's not what that. Okay.
Here's a question, Amabel. Do you believe there's anything to be gained from arguing with me about this? Do you think that it's going to help?
No, I know what arguing with you is like.
Okay, so this is what I thought. Was that it was
Okay.
that door.
Well, now we know. I appreciate there's multiple ways to get at these puzzles,
Yeah.
to get into these areas.
All right, you wanna do the chest thing?
Yes.
This has been an episode. Still no movement on the fucking pump station. The elevator. We were just talking about it. The elevator has that symbol on it too. I would be so uncomfortable riding in a thing that's making that noise.
Yeah. Yeah, ditto.
Oh, that popped in a little. It's all right. The loading happened eventually. Okay. All right. Talk to me, Amabel.
Okay, can you pull up the map and I will jot down the positions real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so the office is in that's row 9, right? Rank 9.
Yep.
That's B9 is the king. Chapel has a bishop, and that is a 9, 8, 7,
6.
A 6.
The queen is A4.
A4. Queen.
The observe.
Nook is a rook, and that's gonna be the
Five.
D5, and then D6 has a knight.
Does it? There's a knight in the library?
Wait, I think so. Hang on.
Okay. I trust you.
Let me. No, there's not.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. Can you pull up the?
Yeah, it
Okay,
didn't
there's a
seem
knight
right.
in the security room,
Okay.
right? Which is
C7.
C7. Okay. So C7 for the knight.
Okay. Queen is, what was it?
A4.
4. This guy's B9.
B9
No, B9. Rook
is
5, 6.
D5.
5.
D5.
5. I'm trying, man. This perspective is not.
Bishop is A6.
And
And then we need
then
one of the pawns.
none of these rooms have pawns,
Wait.
really. There we go. I figured there's so many pawn rooms. Okay.
All right.
Do we get to know what they are, or? Hey, now. Ha ha ha! Years of playing Zelda. Well, now. Hey, Amabel, I know this is a really awkward time because there's like revelations being unveiled and whatever, but I actually have to pee pretty badly. Can you run the show for a second while I have already taken my headphones off and you actually can't answer the question? Bye.
Yeah, sure. All right, so I'm gonna talk a little more about this game because I do feel like we've been pretty negative about some aspects of it, and I had some people kind of yell at me about that online about like, but this game might not be for you, and like, yeah, I understand that, but just because I say I don't like something or something that we find negative about a thing doesn't necessarily mean the thing is not worth engaging with, right? And is not itself compelling in some ways. There's plenty of art that I've engaged with that is very compelling, but has aspects where I'm like, I wonder why they did that. That seems like a weird choice. And I think that there needs to be a bit more room for that, to have kind of a nuanced opinion, to kind of say like, hey, I think this kind of works against itself, and isn't it interesting that it's working against itself? Isn't it interesting the way it's being inconvenient and getting in the way? And isn't it great that someone is making something like this? You know, I think there's too much in our society of a sense of, if you do not love a thing 100% with your whole heart, then you don't enjoy it, and that if you have anything negative to say about something, that you are some kind of hater or something. And I just I feel like that's such a small way to approach a work. I mean, honestly, I do see this as being like a game of the year contender, despite or perhaps because of the ways in which it's frustrating, because of the things that I think aren't great about it, but are representative of like an approach that's very different and very new. And like, I'm really glad that this game exists, even if it frustrates the hell out of me. And that's kind of my 2 cents on that. I see that she's back. She's very slowly putting her headphones back on, trying to stretch it out. She's doing a bit where she doesn't know how the headphones work. That's,
Hi, I'm back.
you know, one of the ways I'm very lucky that I get to see her face when she's doing this and see the bits that she's doing.
the estrogen bladder, she is, how you say, sensitive. The made up endocrinologist in my head is French. So, what did you figure out what this is about?
No, I didn't try to do that at all. That was completely different. I was about X-Men, basically, the whole time.
Well, cat ass saw the lot egg. Fairly confident I've solved it.
Okay.
It is just like letters, right? There's no interaction mechanism. I wonder.
Yeah.
Do you think it wants us to take the rook? My inclination would be to like rook and knight are exciting. Just because I feel like they're good chess pieces. I mean, like obviously the queen is a good chess piece, but I don't know. What do you think? I'm not sure if clicking on one is going to be choosing, or if clicking on one's going to tell us what's up, and then we can make an informed choice. So, what do you think?
You want to go with the rook or the knight?
Okay, that's not new. No new restriction there. I'm gonna click on this. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. You may draw floor plans up to 4 times when drafting the corners. Well, if we get to read them all, that's different. You do not pay tithes, the piety of the bishop, and instead gain 30 coins the first time you enter chapel each day. See, now that's interesting. I'll say that would have been a lot more interesting earlier in the run. We're sort of like, we're developing the ability to have a lot more money more consistently.
Yeah.
Each day you may choose a color. Rooms with the chosen color are more likely to be drawn. Each time you draft a room on the west wing of your house, lose 5 steps and gain a key.
Oh.
Add the armory to your... Okay, well. When you reach rank 8 each day, you may choose knight, bishop, rook, or queen. Gain the power of that piece until the end of the day. That's interesting. And that's a more interesting way to get the queen power, too.
Yeah,
save it
I
until
like
the end
that
of the
a
day.
lot.
That's a cute design. I want a room.
Okay.
Am I being a dumb baby here? Like, is this...
No, I don't think you're a dumb baby.
Okay. You may give up this power by returning to this chamber on any future day and unlocking the pieces again. Oh, okay. That's
Which means
cool.
doing another chess puzzle.
Yeah. At some point, perhaps the armory will have run its course. What else is down here? A mysterious door that don't open? Ah, yes, in the book about the realm seals. Realm sigils, rather. Okay, well... I guess it seems like there's nothing else to do here, so is it time to go for the 46?
Yeah.
You reckon?
We don't have any more rooms we can open in the...
We do. The aquarium. Yeah, there's a door off the aquarium. There's the door. This room here is locked from both of those sides, so we didn't try it, but that's also theoretically openable. Why do you ask?
We got a lot of steps. I don't know.
Yeah, but is there utility to it, or? I guess we could like draw a weird. Yeah, there's no reason not to.
If we manage to draw a library, a second library, because we have the ability to draw.
Just hard draw the library there, and then
we might get the bookshop.
We have 4 dice.
And we have 4 dice. Yeah.
Yeah. And we certainly have money. Okay, so I want to go... Yeah, that stuff doesn't connect. We do have to go via the hallway. Do we want to dump something in the coat check in case the antechamber does end the run?
Yeah, what do you want to drop?
It's a great question. I mean, the power hammer, but like, what if there's a thing to power hammer in the antechamber, right? It's
What
annoying.
is thing the power hammer? Yeah.
But probably the power hammer.
That or the basement key is what I would say. If we think the basement key might show up, basement door might show up again.
I don't know that we need it. I think we've opened all the places, right?
I mean, I think so, but I
Yeah.
don't. I didn't know about that door from the in the fountain either. No, I think power hammer is probably the right call.
It continues to be useful. We keep finding stuff to smash with it.
And I love that for you.
I do. Yeah, it is good. It is good to smash. Yeah, I really like. Well, this episode has gone on, huh?
Oh yeah, no, this is
Apologies for going to the bathroom in the middle of the episode, but I really thought that I was gonna be able to hold it, and then the episode kept episoding quite aggressively. Okay, and then this is all the same. No, actually, this is this is the way we want to go. We can buy some more bananas if we want. An infinite
Well, we'll
number
see.
of bananas. So do we want to? Yeah, we got the steps. Ah, my coin. They got me right in the coin, Amabel.
It did.
Well, the break room is cool as far as giving us
not-
a more easily reachable break room.
But if we're going to be ending the run in the antechamber,
We don't know that we are.
I'm pretty sure we are. But okay.
Describe to them the look you just earned from me. Let them
Withering.
know. Let them know what
Withering.
you received for your insolence. I'm doing math puzzles. These math puzzles are for me. Wait. 3, 0. Wait. What? 3, 3, 2. It's a weird one. All right. 64, 44,
64.
4. Thank you, sweetie. I love the world you live in where you did that math faster than I did.
That's not what happened.
No, I know. That's sort of my point.
I did not say that. Okay.
I'm sorry. I love you. All right. So, back to the part of the thing that we're actually doing. Did I just... No, I'm right. This is good. We're fine. Right, it's the thing in the other room. Okay, so... Up here, and then... Well...
I say let's try to redraw for
Yeah.
library if we can.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing we could draw that would actually be meaningful, probably, except for library and a bookshop. And so we should re-roll. Well, if we had the trophy room gems, that would be the way to go. The reading nook will not get it done. It has to be the actual library. Huh.
Well, we can see the armory.
We can just see the armory right away. That's fun.
Yeah.
There's no sale in the armory. Armory has a knight in it. Wait, are you supposed to be able to buy stuff here? Once per day while drafting, you can equip the Knight's Shield to ignore a negative effect of any one red room. No. Okay, so the stuff you can buy is just what's on the wall. A self-igniting torch. Okay, cool. A mace. Knocks the locks off chests and trunk. It's a morning star. So next morning you gain a star. I'm going to purchase this because our coins are going away. But that star is forever. And none of these look destructible, right? I don't need to go get my power hammer. No. None of this looks like fake stuff. All right, out of curiosity, what's behind the last door? Would you believe it's the pool? Well, I don't think there's anything of value. We could get a gem out of this. Yeah, none of this matters. Study, I say. Okay. What's on the desk? Oh, just coins. That's right. There is a big safe in here, but we've never been able to figure out.
No, every safe that we've been able to solve has been based on a photo, and there are no photos in this room.
That's interesting. I had not been thinking of it as... And there's a queen here. I mean, did we... And we must have tried this.
Wait, where'd you get 1208 from?
D8. December 8. I'm 100% sure I looked at that before and said, haha, because it's looking for a date. I get it.
Yeah.
That was a real like throw my hands up and like, well, I know this isn't it, but okay. The episode continues to episode. December 8th. M. Be prepared for our plans to be set in motion in a month or two. It's all lining up and all of our hard work is about to come to fruition. I have just learned that several members of the museum's guard are sympathetic to our cause. We suspect 2 more to be pure opportunists whose loyalty extends only to their coin purse. Your uncle has already agreed to let us use Mount Holly's flexible floor plan for a trial run, assuming the red print we have secured of the museum's closed exhibit is in fact accurate and up to date. We should begin these trials without delay once you arrive. If you can, within the next 2 months, fabricate some fiction that might alleviate us of the presence of the servant staff. Until we meet on the shore of White Sands, Caleb. The closed exhibit. The doors in this room are security locked. Please do put that in the thing. Okay, so we know something about their heist. We've learned a little bit more.
This room turned out to be useful, actually.
Amabel, I'm a fucking genius.
You are.
That's
I've
not
always
correct.
said this.
That's not correct. I mean, you say it a lot. That's correct. But it's wrong. All right. Does this... No. Stepping in here does not end the run. And there is stuff in here to look at. Amabel?
Okay, you were right. You were right.
Why the fuck wouldn't they let you look at the stuff in here after the first time you did the thing if it...
Bluebreds.
Amabel, I have rage. Push pins. 8 realms in 8 months. Okay, so we have to know the itinerary of Sinclair's trip, I guess? Hey, look, it's that wagon.
Okay.
That's pretty weird that it's real.
Yeah.
The secret room is not as secure as you thought. We have your letters. 8 letters, 8 payments, 100 gold. Instructions to follow.
Okay, well, we know where that's from.
Yeah.
Is that a sanctum key?
It looks like it might be. The first key here found... Oh, okay. The first key found here on the furthest rank. The second locked tight in the vault of a bank. One of the security deposit boxes. The third is high up among all the clocks. The fourth is down below beneath all the docks. The fifth key is held by a king on his throne. The sixth in a station left by one of your own. The seventh is major if you drafted quite late. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. So the last one is the room 8, right?
Okay.
The 7th is major if you draft it quite late. Makes me think of the music room.
Yeah. Likewise.
But of course, draft it quite late is a squishy expression that could mean any goddamn thing. The 6th in a station left by one of your own. Makes me think of the train station that we saw in Alzara's vision. Mm-hmm. 5th is held by a king on his throne is maybe the contents of the office safe.
The office safe, yeah.
4th down below beneath all the docks. There's still the we haven't gotten the reservoir fully drained. Given what a pain in the ass it is, I suppose it's not out of line to assume that it might reward us with the sanctum key. 3rd is high up among all the clocks. I have to assume that's the one we got today.
Yeah.
2nd locked tight in the vault of a bank. The first key found here on the furthest rank.
Yeah, that's the one we just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So feel like we got the idea for how to find all of them then? That doesn't really even seem all that... It seems remarkably not all that difficult given...
Now, here's the question. Can we get back to the sanctum?
Yeah.
Can we get to the kitchen? We get 12 steps.
Yeah, I can get back to the kitchen in 12 steps.
Okay, yeah.
And then I can buy
a bunch of bananas.
Then I can buy 37 bananas. Simon found dead in the driveway, potassium poisoning. The former ruby crown of Orinda Ares, recently set with freshly cut sapphires. The first time you draw a red room while drafting, you may remove it from today's draft pool. If you do, gain a gem and redraw. Why would he not have taken the crown? The whole centerpiece of the final shot of the... Why would he not have taken the crown the first time we got to the room? Amabel? What the...
You take back all the good things you've said about...
I would like to take back many of the good things. Now, all those things are still true. The problem is that it's that and this. When it should just be that. Because this is dumb bullshit. This is just like, what if we made the game bad on purpose for no reason? Made it worse, you know? Bad is strong. But I want to go outside. This game has sparked some odd urges in me. That's me. I don't care for that.
No, I don't either.
Don't make a statuary bust of me without my consent. Or with my consent. Just don't ever. Okay, so I think that's actually all that's in here. And presumably we'll need to come back here once we figure out the itinerary of the trip and then solve this puzzle.
Really like to see someone try to capture your Daiki side shave in marble.
In stone.
That sounds pretty... Yeah.
Yeah, that might be an interesting task. I mean, good sculptors can do some things that seem downright magical.
Okay, yeah, you were right. I just assumed getting to the room would complete the run like it does in other roguelites that I'm familiar with. So
yeah,
that's an interesting. Yeah.
So we're not going to get to keep any of the money. So we don't actually have to buy a third, but like we may as well buy a bunch. Oh, we did sell them out. They are out of bananas.
Okay.
Are a limited number.
Is that
we can certainly deliver the sanctum key with this many steps, right?
Can we?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Secret passage is tricky.
We didn't bring the elevator back up.
But we didn't. Interesting. It's an interesting point.
10, 11 to get out of the house.
Yeah, we're fine.
All right.
No doubt, no doubt.
You don't do any wrong turns.
Don't tell me what to do. You know as well as I do that you telling me not to do any wrong turns might provoke a storm of wrong turningness. There's no, like, release lever. I mean, no. No, there isn't. Alright. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. You know what would have actually made a pretty significant difference in the end to the total number of steps we've had today?
What's that?
That salt shaker.
Well,
That salt shaker would have been like 3 coins for 15, 20 steps, something like that. Does this come down on the correct side of the... It does, right?
Yes.
This is what we... Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Listen, it's all the correct side. What am I even talking about? If we came down on the wrong side of the minecart, we would just move the minecart.
Excuse me.
I won't. Hey, we haven't been in here in a minute. Does this room always have an upgrade disc? That's like a whole thing. Oh man! There's so much stuff to set on fire in this room. Okay, I get distracted.
I hope that room didn't kill the ability to get to the thing.
Oh my god, calm down. We are fine. We're not going to get to end the run in the break room, but we are fine on the sanctum. Look. Look how many steps we got left. It's easy. It's easier than it's ever been. All right, that's all the sanctum keys I have, right? I'm not holding on to another one?
That's it.
No, okay. So the screenshot I just took is of a realm sigil.
Yeah.
And I believe it's this one. No, wait, sorry. It's the first door. The one we first opened. Okay, so this is... So this one first. That's right. Then... we're looking for the one that kind of looks like a piece of paper with the corner snipped out. Oh, no, sorry. This is adjusting the spokes, right? I need 3 spokes. 3 spokes. There we go. That's a winner. All right, now this bit finds us the rectangles. And this we want circles. That one. Amabel.
You're a genius.
Here's the thing about video games. They're extremely easy and no one's ever had a problem with one.
Right.
Right. Eight realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, In the true spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan, and, as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to.
Okay, so the first one is black.
Sorry, let me take a picture of that for the sake of easier looking stuff up later. And then
the last one is home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Orinda Aries variation. Due to the overwhelming amount of artifacts bearing the Orinda Aries sigil that were destroyed after the war, Moragi puzzle boxes featuring the infamous black symbol are among the rarest and most valuable collectors can acquire. When the black tiles are pressed, the entire row shifts to the right as if on train rails. Okay. Banana. Okay, so it seems like the function of the colors is consistent from box to box, actually, which is interesting.
Okay.
So when I press yellow, the yellow rises and it stays at the top. But it could be swapped. So we can use it to drop one of these to here. And then I want to move a green down, right? And then we do this and we swap the green. Pull you to the side. Grab one of those. Yeah. And then we swap you back down one more time. So that we can have you pull this one down so that it can get swapped like that. Wait, that's not... Shoot. No, it's fine. It's fine for them because they're not really adjacent to each other. Bam! Easy. That's an easy one. If the functions of the colors are consistent across the puzzle boxes, the more of those we do, the easier they're going to get.
Yeah.
Our allowance is 14. We're doing it.
That's pretty good.
We're doing it. We're living the dream. Let me see this. Mountain one. Do we believe we have seen the mountain sigil anywhere?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I'm paging through my screenshots really fast. Looking at that world map that we found. That's not the answer. Yeah, I don't think we've seen it. Okay. Well, sad times that we must now put this run to bed. We cannot get anywhere where it will matter to call it a day with only 2 coins or with only 2 steps left.
Yeah.
So we'll just lose consciousness running.
Okay. And this was just the first run.
This was the first run.
This episode's going to be so long.
Because we're going to do a second one? Don't tempt me.
No, I have... We're not doing a second run this time.
Oh, man. I really wanted to pull the minecart back. We're gonna have to take a moment and go do that on a future day. So we filled in like 40 something spaces on the house plan this time.
Yeah.
The Archaeological Shopping Center of Tomorrow. 43 total rooms. The archaeological shopping center of tomorrow. Yeah, we managed to see 4 new rooms. And that root cellar, I think, was pretty handy.
Yeah. It was a pretty good run.
Quite
Got some
annoyed.
stuff done.
Quite annoyed about working really hard to access the bookshop and still not being able to access the bookshop because that's just not how it works. A little bummed about not getting to run that upgrade disc, but if that's a consistent location, we need to go down there one more time to fix the minecart anyway. So that could be a thing we do
Okay.
at the beginning of the next run, if we can
Okay.
remember. No pool.
No pool. It did come up, but it was like,
It's a bad idea, I think, to take the Chamber of Mirrors if you're trying to make the pool thing happen. Anyway. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I'm going to try to remember to go down into the fountain. Well. They don't call it, you know, Amabel, they don't call it Animal Fountain.
no, because it's
Even though there it is a fountain.
No, because there's a well with an underground rip. It has a
Amabel?
water source.
Amabel? You did
They
not get
naturally-
you did not get very far in that game, and so you don't understand how silly the thing you're saying is. What I will tell you is that that's definitely not actually true.
Okay.
Physics-wise, the thing that's happening is much weirder than that.
I mean, I gave up because I don't have a fax machine.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I know, like, what's the point?
Yeah, so come back next time for that, and probably not be still being mad about this. I can't imagine, right? Me? Never. I will see you then.